Hi everybody, Pastor Kirk here. It's Friday morning, afternoon actually, and the world looks so beautiful outside my windows. If I can finish early and dash home, I can play with my grandkids, which is a powerful motivation. We have a new tire swing to test. Cherries are ripe in 2 of my trees. There are 4 baby chicks in the bluebird box, and we're going to camp out tonight in the backyard. Okay, what's new at Fair Oaks Church? The session, our elders meet next week for their regularly monthly session. And I just want you to know that. We have 22 elders responsible for the governing and the spiritual oversight of our church. We have over 70 deacons responsible for congregational care. Our church functions because folks like our elders and deacons and hundreds of other volunteers help make it happen every day. Our elders typically meet on the 4th Wednesday. Our deacons meet every first Tuesday. This Tuesday, by the way, is our town hall meeting at 1 p.m., our second town hall meeting to discuss the possibility of a name change for our church. A letter from Pastor Henry and me laying out the reasons for that change was mailed out last Thursday. And even with bulk mail, almost everybody had received it at our first town hall meeting. In the meantime, news flash! First Presbyterian Church of Roseville, our partner in exiting the PCUSA, announced a name change last Sunday to Centerpoint Community Church. Wow! Building a life together with Christ at the center and pointing to him. What do you think? They should hire me for their marketing campaign. This Sunday, remember to bring back your baby bottle coin banks. Full, preferably. Remember, we passed those out 2 weeks ago. We're going to dedicate them to the Lord in worship and then hand them over to the Alternatives Pregnancy Center. I got to tell you, as a typical guy, I hate change. Coins. We have no place to put it. It jangles in our pocket. I mean, don't you hate it? Guys, when you ring up at the register and it's like $5.03, so you're getting 97 cents back. What are you going to do with this? You can't even buy a candy bar for that anymore. You drop it into your jeans pocket and it cuts off circulation in your leg. All of these coins get consigned to purgatory in my house. There's a dish on my dresser where they sit and they wait every year until I get these coin banks. And then I dump it all into the coin banks. Of course, the bottles also hold paper money, preferably 10s and 20s, and bring them in this Sunday, okay? This Sunday, by the way, Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m., our older kids are putting on a play, a comedy, a tragedy, a tragic comedy, a romance, a musical. I don't know. I haven't seen it. It's called Camp Wars. It's written by one of our students, and it's about the experience of kids going off to summer camp and the competition between church groups, the Presbyterians versus the Baptists. A free will offering, sale of refreshments, like Raisinets and a big tub of popcorn, will go into a camp scholarship fund. That's this Sunday. As you leave church this Sunday or head home from Sunday brunch, pull into the south parking lot. Our Malawi team will be running a car wash in the south parking lot. Did I say that? From noon to about 2. Think of all that dirt that is accumulated on your car over the winter. And yeah, it's rain, but the rain just makes it puddle in big blotches. Time to get it washed and help fund a mission trip. The Romania team, by the way, on Monday has a pizza fundraiser over at Mountain Mike's, which is across Fair Oaks Boulevard, okay? Do you know all 3 of our pastors are joining one of our mission teams this summer? Can you match the pastor to the right destination? Kirk, Cliff, Tim, Romania, Russia, Malawi. Who is going where? Answers at the end. By the way, the first town hall meeting last Tuesday was awesome. Over 200 people joined the conversation. We sat around tables, we shared thoughts and ideas, we talked pluses and minuses, we brainstormed name possibilities, we jotted down phrases that captured our church's core identity and mission. We had an open mic time, And the tone of the whole meeting was upbeat and positive. This church respects and loves one another. And I appreciate that. I think it helped that the powers that be, hadn't already decided on a new name. And we hadn't just called the meeting to ram it down the congregation's throat. And everybody who wanted to had a chance to speak. You know what surprised me most? How open everybody was to listening. We sat around tables. I heard many people start confidently at one position, or they put forward a name suggestion like it's got to have Fair Oaks in it. And then as they listened, they made very thoughtful adjustments. Here's an email from Jeff Sims, that he sent me after the town hall meeting that is really representative of this. Listen to this. Gentlemen, I had sent each of you my opinion paper outlining my strongly opposed position on name change. Consider me now strongly neutral. I love that tone. If you didn't make last Tuesday evening's meeting, I encourage you to come this Tuesday afternoon, because praying and talking about this together is an important part of discerning the mind of Christ. People, by the way, posted sticky notes. We had butcher paper up, and one whole section was, what are suggestions? If we were to change the name, what would you suggest? And so here are some of the suggestions. Fair Oaks Community Church, Fair Oaks Christian Church, Fair Oaks Parkside Church, FOPC, Fair Oaks Neighborhood Church, Fair Oaks Praise Church, FOPC, Fair Oaks Mission Church, incorporate Evangelical Presbyterian into the name, Christ Redeemer Church, that's a big change, Parkside, Church of the Holy Donut, The Way, The Mission, Pathway Church of Fair Oaks, PCFO, different letters, New Vision Community Church, Searchlight, Rock Water. Those are powerful metaphors. Oaks or the Oak. Compass. Those are fewer than a third of all the suggestions. So there are lots of ideas. I'm beginning to lean toward rock, paper, scissors church. I like that. Anyway, we'll post everybody's postings next week after the second town hall meeting. Last Sunday in church, I began a 3-part jet tour of the Life of Jesus series. The sermon outline had 42 pictures illustrating key events in the life of Jesus in his ministry. Tim Dakin actually made $5 on a side bet that I would not get through the entire outline. I'm shocked that my own colleague bet against me. And he was right. It turned out I only made it through, 34 of the pictures. Those of you who watch this video or read this blog have exclusive access now to the remaining pictures, all right? This is how far I got, okay? Here is Bartimaeus. Here is Zacchaeus in the tree. On the backside now, we've got Jesus meets the mummy, the anointing of Bethany, Palm Sunday, overturning the money changers' tables, Jesus washing the disciples' feet, the Last Supper, the mysterious picture of Jesus and the stalk of broccoli, the arrest, the crucifixion, the burial, the resurrection. Here is the women at the tomb, the risen Jesus appearing to the disciples, and the ascension. See, only you have access to the teacher's edition of last week's notes. We'll finish those pictures, by the way, during Jet Tour Part 3, His Atonement. We're going to cover the Passion of Christ and what happened when Jesus died. That's 2 Sundays from now. And now let me explain this mysterious picture. Where's the man holding the broccoli? What is going on here? It turns out this is a little-known detail in the Passion narrative. Bitter herbs, as you know, are a traditional part of the Passover meal. And this picture shows one of the disciples at the Last Supper whispering to Jesus, he really should finish all his vegetables before he leaves the table. Little known. Whether Jesus actually did is not recorded in the Bible. All right, This Sunday, we take off on part 2 of our jet tour, a 30-minute overview. Here are the notes. Okay, maybe 40 minutes of Jesus teaching, okay? This time I have 14 pictures, as you can see, a representative sampling of his teaching. And will I get through them all? If anyone wins a bet on this, they really should donate their winnings to the church. All right. Our summer Arise service starts the first Sunday in June. I just want you to know, 8 a.m. in the chapel for our early birds. And those of you who have recreational or family events planned, first Sunday in June. And Tim will typically be preaching at that service. Music, as you know, is contemporary unplugged. Oh, and another thing. Did you know our elders meet to pray for our congregation every Thursday morning at 6:30 a.m.? That's important because when you drop a prayer request in the offering plate, on the back of one of the green welcome cards, or you call a prayer request into our prayer chain, those prayers are all compiled every week, and they're prayed through by our elders, as well as throughout the week by our prayer ministry people. Okay? And now the answer to today's mission quiz. Kirk is going to Malawi. Cliff is going to Russia. Tim is going to Romania. All right? Did you get them all right? If you did, congratulations. You win. And you can take $20, stick it in the baby bottle, and bring it to church on Sunday. Next week, I'll have pictures of our bluebirds for you. But that's all for now. I love you guys. See you in church.